All that glitters. The role of diamonds and gold in South Africa and Sierra Leone.
History of diamonds. In South Africa, around 1870, diamond mines were discovered near the Orange River, and soon enough, diamonds were being mined by the ton. The town of Kimberley in South Africa gained prosperity when many of the poor miners became rich. The De Beer family was one of the first families to get rich from the mines. The De Beers soon became a very prominent family in the diamond industry. Around the year 1888, the De Beers began consolidating mines and taking control of a good portion of the diamond trade across the globe. Not only did the De Beers monopolize diamonds, but they also made them a sign of wealth, power, and romance. They did all of this in order to increase their profits from diamonds and making diamonds seem like something you couldn't sell and something that you would keep forever. During 1938, the De Beer family was growing concern about their empire because during the Great Depression, the price of diamonds were decreasing in Europe, thus leading the son of the founder of the De Beer Company, Harry Oppenheimer, to travel to New York City to meet a leading advertising agency which would market diamonds in the United States. After a number of years, diamonds became the go-to gem to use for wedding rings, and in 1950, around 75% of all diamonds were used for engagement rings in the United States. These diamond mines are very important to South Africa because it is giving people jobs so that they can make enough income to provide for themselves and their family. These people are only mining for the chance to find a diamond. The only way they're getting money from mining is if they find a diamond and sell it to a local marketer. Although these diamonds help many people, they were also used for child labor and forced labor. Child labor and forced labor in diamond mines were especially common during wars, as they could be used to fund for the essentials for the war, such as weapons. After the UN noticed how bad the working conditions were in diamond mines in all different parts of the world, a process called the Kimberley Process was imposed globally. The Kimberley Process ensures that all diamonds are conflict-free before being exported, meaning that they were not mined by forced laborers and are not being used to fund wars. This process was put into place after an attempt to stop the flow of conflict diamonds internationally. The Kimberley Process will, in the future, hopefully stop the global flow of conflict diamonds for good. In Sierra Leone, diamond mining first began around 1930, when they were still under the rule of Britain. During this time, the colonial government began utilizing diamonds. Around the 1930s, the De Beers group of companies found that diamonds had been discovered in colonial Sierra Leone. They decided to integrate the country into their global commercial network of countries monopolized by the De Beers. The De Beers put strict controls on illegal international traffic and on the production of diamonds worldwide. The De Beers wanted to maintain order in the global diamond market by locally tracking illegal mining. It was very difficult for the De Beers to tackle illegal mining in Sierra Leone because the diamonds were dispersed around the country, making it difficult to control all of the areas. This made illegally extracting, transporting, and smuggling the diamonds to neighboring countries much easier than in other countries. During this time, Sierra Leone's diamond industry was rapidly increasing. The rise in the diamond economy also led to an increase in illegally extracting and smuggling diamonds. The colonial government used security posts for surveillance, machinery, and introduced new criminal offenses, all in an attempt to reduce illegal extracting and smuggling in Sierra Leone. After Sierra Leone gained their independence from Britain, the diamond production continued, and so did the problem of illegal mining. Many of the people that are illegally mining for diamonds are doing it as the only source of income for their families. These people and their families would starve to death if they didn't illegally mine for hours on end. In many cases, children and teens have to mine for diamonds in order to help take care of their family. During Sierra Leone's civil war, thousands of people, men, women, and children, were forced to work in diamond mines to fund the war. An example of this was in the rich diamond mine, Koidu, when hundreds of children were used to fund the weapons and the rebels of the Civil War. After Sierra Leone's Civil War ended, the Peace Diamond Alliance was created in Sierra Leone. This alliance was created in 2002 to ensure that the industry's profits are benefiting communities instead of funding wars. Some diamond companies, such as Tiffany & Co., have strict policies for the source of their diamonds. In the last decade, a movie titled Blood Diamond has been released to show people the realities of diamond mining in Sierra Leone. History of gold. South Africa is known to be one of the world's largest gold producers. South Africa struck gold in the 1880s, and since then, the industry has been thriving. The gold industry created great wealth and revenue for South Africa. It paid for road and railroad construction, as well as attracted many immigrants. Mining of gold started in 1886 in the township of Johannesburg. The mines nearby held great wealth, such as the Long Lot mine, which started the mining craze. Johannesburg holds one of the deepest mines, Mponeng Gold Mine, and due to the new technologies such as the mine refrigeration and the pumping of the warm water up to the surface, miners are able to go deeper into the mines and produce more product. In order to be profitable, the mines needed an ongoing supply of cheap labor. The mine owners therefore had to think very carefully about when they would get labor from and how they would make it cheap. Few Africans were willing to leave their fields to work underground. Most African farmers were not interested in working in the mines while they still had land. These types of conflicts can lead to conflict minerals, which are minerals such as gold. The gold is mined by workers who have been forced through life threats, gunpoint, being physically forced, or fear of what they could do to your family. The working conditions were also terrible, having difficult locations, horrible tools, and an overload of physical stress from lifting. Many of these conditions led to workers' deaths. South Africa's exports of gold are tremendous in number, reaching a value of 3.8 billion USD in 2005. Durban Deep, a very profitable gold mine in South Africa, totaled a profit of around 20 billion worth of gold until it closed in 2001.
In Sierra Leone, gold mining and exploration is increasing. In the town of Beomahan, located in the southern Kangari Hills, there has been a large increase in population due to hundreds of people mining in this area. These miners are hoping to find gold and make a profit. The mining of gold is fueling the economy of Sierra Leone. The mining businesses are booming in towns all over Sierra Leone. A British company called Clough Gold planned to build a mechanized gold mine in the southern Kangari Hills, located in southern Sierra Leone. When Clough Gold begins mining in that area, the miners will not be able to mine in the southern Kangari Hills anymore, unless they get a job as an employee of the British company. This change is affecting many miners currently in the southern Kangari Hills, as they are worried about losing their job and losing the only source of money to support their families. The British company Clough Gold will start by mining from mountain rock in the Beomahan instead of the common alluvial mining method used by the independent miners of the region. Mining from mountain rock will be the first for the country of Sierra Leone. These miners sell the gold dust that they find to take care and provide meals for their families. In many cases, mining is the only source of income for a family. Some miners find up to 2 to 3 carats of gold a day, which can lead to about $100 a week, which is good for one of the poor countries of the world, such as Sierra Leone. Many of the mining towns in Sierra Leone has had a rapid population increase because of the increase in gold mining. Illegal mining. Illegal mining is a large source of conflict in southern Africa. Many of those involved in illegal mining are not citizens of South Africa. Even children under the age of 12 participate in this kind of mining. Many of the mines closed down because of how dangerous they were, and they were too expensive relative to their profit. Since 2004, around 1/3 of legally employed gold miners in the world were fired, but many went back to mine illegally. While legal mining has become less popular, illegal mining is becoming increasingly more popular. Durban Deep, a very profitable gold mine in southern Africa, was closed in 2001, although this did not stop people from sneaking into the mine illegally in search of gold. Finding black market buyers is not difficult in the small towns near the mines. Many of the underground areas where the illegal miners mine daily are up to 100 years old and are very dangerous and unstable. There is lots of seismic activity in southern Africa, which is dangerous for unsupervised legal miners mining underground, when the underground mines could possibly rumble and even collapse, which could cause injuries and even deaths. The first to come to the mines were the prospectors. These were the men who came to look for gold in the soil. They came to these towns with great hopes of becoming rich. Another large group of people were the laborers. Many of them were young African men who came to the mines and hoped to earn money. Others hoped to find jobs so that they could pay their taxes, buy guns, or tools. For many years, most laborers did not come to stay. They went home as soon as they had earned enough money. Other people did not get their money directly from the mines. They made money from the needs of the people who mined the gold. Most of the gold miners are members of the National Union of Mine Workers. They are pressing for both political and social change, and for better wages and working conditions for its members. Mining companies using child labor is not a rare occurrence. Many children, even some at the age of 8, are in these mines working sometimes for 24 hours. Child labor has long been a problem in the diamond mines, especially during times of war. Children have often been used to do excavation work because they are small enough to be lowered into small pits by ropes to dig out sacks of dirt, which are then washed by other children in search of diamonds. Even under the best circumstances, mining comes with dangers. There is always the possibility of mudslides, collapsing walls, drowning, and other accidents for miners in search for diamonds in deposits. Sierra Leone's 10-year civil war caused many children to be used as soldiers and workers in the rich diamond mines that funded the country's rebels. The United States Agency for International Development, USAID, launched the Kono Peace Diamond Alliance in 2002 to try and improve the working conditions in the mines, in particular for the children. There is still a major issue in Africa with children who are either the family's only source of income or fending for themselves and are pulled into the slave-like labor of the mines, which causes them to stop going to school. In the past 20 years, 7 African countries have entered into brutal civil conflicts fueled by diamonds, such as Sierra Leone, Liberia, Angola, the Republic of Congo, Côte d'Ivoire, the Central African Republic, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Diamonds intensify civil wars by financing militaries and rebel militias. These wars have taken an estimate of around 3.7 million people's lives. Conflict diamonds profited billions of dollars. Conflict or blood diamonds used by warlords and rebels are used to buy arms for wars. Rival groups also fight with each other to control the diamond-rich territories. The tragic results are bloodshed, loss of life, and human rights abuses, from rape to the use of child soldiers. Diamond and gold trade influenced the use of slaves and child labor. Men, women, and children are being used to extract diamonds and mine gold. Some people are not buying diamonds because they know that the source of them could possibly be from the hands of a child laborer in Africa. When less people buy these diamonds, it creates less revenue for the workers, which gives them less money to provide a meal for them and their families. They also won't be able to afford school for their children, or the children themselves are working to collect diamonds. Realizing the terrible things that are going into the process of collecting these diamonds, some diamond brands have added strict policies to their source of their diamonds. Many countries, including South Africa, are examples that diamond revenues can create sizable benefits to the economy in countries where they are sourced. In these countries, diamonds have contributed an impressive economic growth and stability. Revenue from diamonds have increased importance in helping previous countries that have been in war establish economic stability. The countries that are affected by African gold and diamond recognize that the creation of a stable and sustainable economy for Africa lies in its ability to utilize its natural resources, such as diamonds and gold, along with many others.